Statistica's integrated metadata management system is specifically designed to ensure compliance with FDA 21 CFR Part 11 regulations, Sarbanes-Oxley legislation, as well as ISO 9000, 9001, 14001 documentation requirements. It can be configured to enforce specific rules, including whether users can approve their own changes. Statistica also provides highly specialized metadata management for validated data entry, which is critical for certain industries. This supports double-blind data entry, validated rules, constraints, etc. The metadata management system is also integrated with the migration utility that facilitates moving models from one environment to another, such as from development to production. Here we can enforce a rule to make sure only the latest approved models can be pushed to production. The Statistica version control system keeps track of all the changes made to any analytic template, including which data source was used, what transformations were performed, who made what change to what model, when, etc. It also provides a simple-to-use comparison tool that provides a color-coded breakdown of the changes between versions. In this case, you can see that new variables were added to feature selection in version 3.4. If for some reason the most recent version is not working well, users can very easily revert back to a previous version. The metadata management system also provides a platform for a streamlined approval process. Once we have these workflows in Enterprise as a template, they can easily be reused and repurposed in various ways. Users can copy and paste templates or use the Execute External Workspace option as shown before to leverage pre-configured analytic workflows. The Spotify Data Science interface has very similar functionality that allows users to reuse and reference workflows using the subflow operator. In this example, we are using this operator to reference a predefined workflow for data prep. We can then use the exit operator to configure the output as needed. Any workflow can be offloaded to the integrated Statistica server. We can then configure it to send us a notification with the results of the workflow, or we can check the status of the task as it is running. In the Spotify Data Science platform, when analytics are pushed into the database, the Spark Autotuning framework delivers a live view of available cluster resources and job parameters such as node count, number of executor instances, available memory and vcores, and the size of input data in memory. Users can access more information by looking at the system logs, which provide information on the Spotify Data Science server as well as the cluster. Statistica's comprehensive audit log system keeps track of all actions in Statistica Enterprise. The log viewer will display a grid of information regarding the audited actions, including a log ID number, timestamp of when the action took place, username, the action taken, etc. So here you'll see that this is bringing back the data for the last few days. However, we can access all data from the underlying metadata repository and create very comprehensive log reports. Similarly, we can also audit log the changes made to any spreadsheet in Statistica and force users to enter a comment for these changes as well. The Spotify Data Science platform also has role-based security. So if a user logs in as an administrator, they would have the ability to look at the process status of applications. They can look at and download log files as well as event logs. The event logs capture all logins and actions for all templates with timestamps. This can be downloaded and used to create advanced reports. Administrators can also look at the usage statistics, including which users logged in when and how frequently, etc. Governance is a big part of the platform as highlighted throughout this video. User administration provides the tools to manage effective permissions for users and groups and can be integrated with Microsoft Active Directory. It is very modular and admins can grant or restrict access to individual models if needed. For example, as an admin, I can see all the folders and templates, including the Gartner MQ folder. As I log in as a user with limited permissions, I will not be able to see the Gartner MQ folder and associated templates as this user does not have access to them. This applies to the thin client interface as well. Let's say we have built multiple models and have identified what works best on the current data. We can then compare that model with the champion model that is currently in production using champion challenger testing. Here we connect a PMML node to bring the champion model and compare it against the challengers on the test data. We can see that the booster tree model shown in red seems to perform better than the champion model in pink. We can now take the booster tree model and make this the new champion model by easily updating the enterprise template for the development environment. As we do this, the document management system versions and audit logs the made changes. However, as mentioned before, there are checks to make sure that this model doesn't make it into production until it has gone through an approval process. In addition to the ROC curves and lift charts shown before, we can leverage cross-platform integration to visually compare models in an interactive BI dashboard. We can also enable technical performance tracking, such as looking at the quality of model or latency of model in real time. This can also be used to measure business performance metrics such as ROI.